Welcome to the consultation process for the new Central Library and the partnership with Library and Archives Canada. In an age of information grounded in history and building for the future, this partnership between a civic and a national institution is remarkable, unique, and represents a new opportunity. This is a new, important civic space for community in the National Capital Region. Our cities and our communities are changing rapidly. The importance of libraries, exhibition spaces, archives, serving as a crossroads for community and collaboration is strong and relevant. As architects, we believe our work can provide this community with space to embrace that change for greater public good. On a foundation of social purpose, we create buildings which strive to enrich communities with design that transcends. Your planning and thinking about this new facility has gone on for some time. Over the last 5 years, from 2013 to 2017, the library and the city conducted a number of public consultations. Over 3,000 people participated. A functional program was developed, and a thorough, comprehensive architectural selection process was completed. Now our team of architects and specialists are joining your conversation about Library and Archives Canada. We are very conscious of joining your community dialogue, and the community consultation is the foundation on which we will design the library. Thus, we're joining with curiosity, with respect, but we're also expecting to bring ideas and perspectives to the consultation. Tonight, we are really focusing on two workshops. One is about the site, and one is about the built form. Let's talk about the site context and its opportunities. The site is situated at a very important nexus in Ottawa, and you see it in the blue patch overlooking Le Breton Flats. It lies at that crossroads between the existing downtown and the emerging neighborhood of Le Breton Flats. And there's no doubt Le Breton will be the site of exciting new urban initiatives and significant growth. By its position in the broader street structure of Ottawa, the site is embedded in the fabric of the urban core and tied to surrounding neighborhoods and civic institutions. But it's also adjacent to the parliamentary precinct, one of the great ensembles of parliamentary democracy in the world. The site is on the cusp of Confederation Boulevard, which connects the lands of our three founding peoples. In this way, the site embraces the country's social and cultural values, and it enables the city to open up to the future. The site allows the facility to be inclusive, accessible, and diverse. The site is close to the Chaudière Falls and Le Breton Flats, traditional gathering places for First Nations along the river. The site was a focus of the timber and trade industry focused on the river and at the associated industries that are connected to that. The Fleet Street pumping station was Ottawa's first pumping station and still supplies the city. The Sir John A. Macdonald Parkway, built as part of the Grébert plan, still is a scenic roadway and gateway to the city. New public transit, the Confederation line, will stop at the front door of the library and archives, connecting all of Ottawa and the whole region to the main library and Library and Archives Canada. It's a site with great visibility and the opportunity for a landmark structure. It embraces the topography and wild landscape of the Ottawa River, the canal, the cliff edges, the mythic Canadian landscape of our values. In this sense, the location embodies the new conversation about urban form, which is bringing natural systems into the city. So whether by parkway, boulevard, pathway, light rapid transit, bikeway, or trail, the site is at the nexus in the city of connection, community, and connected locally and regionally. Let's talk about the building context. As I mentioned earlier, Library and Archives site is close to one of the most beautiful parliamentary precincts in the world, bridging the urban context and the wild landscape of Canada, exemplified by the Ottawa River and Chaudière Falls. The context is one of landmark buildings characterized by towers. It's characterized by a relationship between those buildings and the landscape, these elemental silhouettes against the landscape. It's a context characterized by the crown and the town, by nature and indigenous occupation. And those elements meet together at the library site. Let's talk about views. The site, as you can see in the bottom of the slide, is very prominent with respect to views towards the site. In these models, the view along Albert Street catches the southeast corner of the site. By the way, the dotted black line of the envelope is the permitted building envelope, but we'll likely be building much smaller than that. The built form has a major presence when seen from the Pimisi station. The view along Albert looking northeast shows its prominence. The watercourse, the landscape, the views from the pumping station are seen in this image. But also looking out from the site, looking towards the west, the views from the building are remarkable. The river, the War Museum, Centertown, and Westboro. Looking north to the Gatineau, the falls and the river, you have an iconic landscape in front of you. And looking east towards Library and Archives Canada, which you can see in the center of the slide, and Wellington Street. These high views are looking east towards the city. And so with this background and this understanding of the context, we really want to begin with 4 questions. How will you access the site? Where are the key points of arrival? Where will you come from? What are the engaging features of importance that surround the site? And you see them, some of them listed on these images. What are the best views to the site, and where are the views we should capture as architects looking out from the site? So it's not only how is the building seen, but how does the city is seen from the building. And finally, how should we as architects take advantage or leverage these opportunities? So workshop exercise number 1 is really to develop your input and engagement with all of these advantages. How do we take advantage of these opportunities that the site has to offer?